What's up, my friends? Jeff from Texas Motor Works, and I got look at all these neat parts. So if you have a 20 to 24 Ford Explorer ST, bless you, good job. Ford finally got it right. They put a ton of power in the motor. They put a fire-breathing 3-liter twin-turbo V6. Great. They went to a transfer case. They mounted the engine longitudinally instead of transverse like it was in my last one. They put a decent transmission. It's not the strongest thing ever built, but they put the transfer case in, and then they got to the rear end. Womp, womp, womp. That's where they, in typical Ford fashion, they could have just made it to the finish line. So on my year especially, the differential is secured in the frame, and they only used 1 bolt, and previous years they used 2 bolts. So you got to stiffen up the rear end, the back end, and I got all these great parts to do it. So what we've got here from my friends at Houston Speed Freaks, we're pretty much old friends now. You know, I've spent like a few $100 there. I'm probably like their best customer. Anyway, they came out with some great parts. So number one is they use a stronger bolt in that diff bolt that is it's in a bushing. And these cars are known, people launch them hard, they're known to either bend or break that bolt. So that's the first upgrade. But the second upgrade is this cool little insert, such a brilliant thing. So this fits exactly right in the bushing, and then, you know, the bolt. So what this does is this keeps the bushing from flexing around, and keeps it solid. So we've got those two, and then this wonderful little gem that I got from my friends at Houston Speed Freaks. Send me free stuff, guys, because I'm plugging you. Is the AWR diff brace. So this is a really neat piece. Basically what this does is this goes up to the frame, and it's pretty ingenious how they did it. There's a little bracket that you drop in through this hole in the frame, and then it rests right there, and then that's your bolt holes, and then this goes up, bolts to it, and then this part down here bolts directly to the differential. And then I imagine you tighten this up. But basically all of this great stuff just keeps your differential from leaving the chat, because basically from what I understand is if you bend that bolt or break not that bolt, but the one that's in it right now, it's relatively catastrophic. I can't remember exactly what goes next, but I think you lose an axle, and it's not good. It's not good, guys. So, I mean, just look at how nice some of this stuff is. So, I mean, you know that the new Explorers are playing for keeps if you've got companies like AWR making parts for it to strengthen other parts of the drivetrain. And JXE is the one that manufactured this thing, which is just so cool. It's just so neat. So anyway, tomorrow I'll get the differential on these cars has a weird, takes a weird socket that I haven't used before. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm waiting for the socket tomorrow. And then I will install all this great stuff. And then I'll be able to do, you know, 4,000 RPM boosted launches all the time, which I won't do. But when I hammer on it, I've actually read a couple of posts about guys just, you know, not even hard on it, and it's broken that bolt and caused all sorts of issues. So this will solve that. All right, guys, thanks for watching.